This is every Easter egg hidden in Jocat's D&D special, featured in the D&D Direct. If you haven't seen it, it's really fun, probably my favorite thing from the whole presentation. I've always wanted to do one of these super specific breakdown videos, and this animation had so many little references that I had to give it a try. I'm not an expert on Jocat lore or anything, but if you are and I missed something, let me know. Check out the video first and then come back. By the way, this video is sponsored by OnlyCrits, but more on that later. Let's dive in. The major speaking characters in this video are all credited at the end playing themselves. Jocat is a well-known artist, animator, YouTuber who left his mark on the D&D sphere with his Crap Guide to D&D series, which are a bunch of intro videos on how to play the basics of each 5th edition class. The logo of his channel can be spotted here and bouncing all over the place here. Also featured are Echo Jocat, appearing as the reluctant friend at the beginning and end, and Kate McNeely, aka artist and animator tactician Kate, who's responsible for much of the character designs and storyboarding. In fact, early drafts of this animation can be found on their Twitter, which was really helpful in getting everything right. The 4 player characters that feature in this video are actually pulled from Jocat's Crap Guide series, where every class has one character to represent them, as seen on the table in the outro. You can see all 4 of them right there, and in this full group picture shared by Jocat. The encouraging friend convincing all their friends to play is the Paladin from the Paladin video, mostly identifiable from their long blue hair. They're kinda hard to recognize since they're wearing something other than their usual armor. The Tiefling first appeared in Jocat's Bard video. She's featured a lot in this animation and shows up in other class videos whenever they call back to the Bard. She was one of the first to receive a full visual update back in the summer of 2022 by Tactician Kate, who shared the art on Twitter. In that same post, we find an update to the Cleric, who shows up in ordinary clothes too. He first appeared in Jocat's Cleric video, and apparently dreams of being some sort of fighter barbarian in this animation. And finally, there's the Druid, who's had the most drastic visual updates since their debut video, where they looked like this. The only thing they really kept were the antlers, but honestly, it's much improved. This art was shared on Twitter in December, so perhaps they were updated specifically for this project. All throughout the video, you can see D&D adjacent references, Chessex dice sets, a big red 20-sided die, miniatures, and a health potion and WotC's logo on the DM screen. The book Kate's holding is the 5th edition Player's Handbook, complete with the angry guy on the front and the angry pup on the back. This portrait hanging on the wall with a twisty tree is a reference to this recognizable 5th edition artwork, found in Chapter 3 of The Lost Mines of Phandelver, an adventure module made specifically for beginners. There's a couple of D&D community references here and there. This scene featuring the Venture Place is a reference to The Adventure Zone, a popular D&D podcast that started way back in 2014. This dreamed-up wizard character later in the video looks a lot like The Adventure Zone's Taco, with the blue skin, purple robes, and massive hat. Dimension 20 also gets a shout-out as the bard dances with a kingly Brennan Lee Mulligan, Dungeon Master of the College Humor Now Dropout Actual Play series. The D20's logo is right there on his royal robes. Speaking of monoliths in the 5th edition era, there's a poster of Matthew Mercer on the wall, voice actor and Dungeon Master of the Critical Role series, completing a trifecta of some of the most recognizable D&D actual play tables in the past decade. Non-D&D pop culture references include this guy, who looks a whole lot like Conan the Barbarian mixed with guts and his sword, and this guy who's basically the Cookie Monster doing the Big Bird Doormain. Early drafts had the actual Big Bird, but probably changed for copyrights. This muscle dragon art I'm pretty sure is Trogdor from Homestar Runner, and this map in this scene is the map of the Great Three Continents from Final Fantasy XIV, a game featured plenty on Jocat's channel. And of course, scattered all over the video are callbacks to Jocat's own body of work. The map in this scene and on this globe is the Lustrous Expanse, the homebrew setting that Jocat runs his campaigns in. You can find the logo of his Heart of Olynthe campaign on the wall over here. And this logo opposite the D&D symbol on his DM screen is from his campaign Balkanist Necrohunt, both of which you can find VODs of on his channel. Standing on the shelf here is Gabo, a recurring character in many of Jocat's videos and unofficial mascot. The vinyl figurine itself was funded in a makeshift campaign. This art on the wall is his iconic character Joe Crap, the alter ego narrator of his D&D video series, based on his Wiggler head-wearing Monster Hunter character. And finally, this shelf of plushies is one he has in real life. From left to right, we have the Chewy Bunny plush by Echo Jocat, the Chicken Nugget Squishy by Larizor, and the Crab plush by Ashley Roboto. And I think that's everything, at least all I could find. There's a couple things I couldn't figure out, so if you've got an idea of what they are, let me know in the comments. And thank you so much to OnlyCrits for sponsoring this video. Despite the tabletop world expanding into the virtual space, there is nothing quite like a trusty set of dice, filling the spaces of your kitchen or living room with the sounds of destiny being decided. My set of choice is the Celestial Heart dice, which look just as amazing in person as they did on the catalog of the Only Crits website. If you're looking for the perfect set to match your campaign, your character, or something as simple as your favorite color, Only Crits has something for you. Every purchase comes with a free PDF adventure compatible with 5th edition, so use my discount code WINTRY for 10% off your order. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, yada yada, and stick around for more TTRPG adjacent content. Have a wonderful day, and stay frosty.